Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL here, and I am out doing another Parks on the Air activation today, this time in Pisgah National Forest and the Pisgah Game Lands. It's a little chilly. When I checked my car temperature, it was 29 degrees Fahrenheit, so what about -1 Celsius? There's some flurries about today. And not super cold, but cold enough that when you're sitting down, it's not all that great. I brought Hazel here with me. She's sitting next to my little stool that I usually sit on when I do activations like this in the field. I'll probably regret doing this. I decided today that I would try something new, and a lot of people have asked me to show actually setting up an entire station, and that's exactly what I'll do today. And I'll apologize in advance for the camera work. I've only got my iPhone here. I don't have a lapel mic or anything yet. I am looking into getting one of those at some point so that my audio will stay consistent when I walk away from the camera. But I've got my backpack here, my Red X C-Ruck, which is my favorite sort of just general radio pack. And inside, so I can do this one-handed, I've got my arborist throw line, and I've got my radio kit. And actually I brought today my Elecraft KX1, and the antenna I'll be using is one I made right before I came out here. I measured off 27.5 feet of a wire for a radiator, and about 17 feet I think for a counterpoise. I don't know if those are correct or not, meaning I don't know if that's ideal or not, but we're going to give it a go. And if you've never watched my videos before, just note that this is a real-time, real-life video. I do not edit these, so this is going to be one long edit. It'll have all my mistakes and everything in it, so just be prepared. If you'd like to skip through all of the setup here, that's fine too. But I'm going to go ahead and get a line up in the tree, get my wires out, get those set up, and I won't be talking a lot during that time because you won't be able to hear me, but Hazel will keep you company. Here we go. See if I can get this set up so you can see this. And let's move this down. I hope you can see some of this while I do it, but it's not going to be elegant, okay? So, we'll start with the arborist throw line. This should work just fine. I'll just take off the weight and then I'll grab the antenna line here. So all I did was I wound it up on this, I 3D printed this little wire thing. Normally I try to have my radiator and my ground wire or counterpoise different colors, but this all came from just some discarded wire that I had. Now, so this is the counterpoise. I'll just lay this out on the ground. And I'll attach this to my bag so I don't lose it out here. It's hard to find black wire on a forest floor. Okay, then I'll just simply attach the end of my line here to the radiator. This is the end of it. All I did was strip the end of this. So what I'll do is untangle all this. This wire is not the best when it's cold. It wants to maintain its memory, anything below 0 degrees Celsius or freezing. So there we go. Then on the end, actually I just made a loop, and I'll do a quick little knot through here. Knots are great, they hold pretty well, but this wire is so lightweight that honestly it's just not much of an issue. In fact, it's so lightweight I need to tie this down to the place I think I'll end up operating, which is going to be closer to here. So I'll tie this to my bag and move my bag, I think. Because when I start pulling on this, I want it to go straight up in the tree. Here we go. Okay. Of course, there's a little tree here. Catch things. Now I'll actually bring my arborist bag back closer to me, because if for some reason during the activation, I don't know, the wind or something just sort of knocks it around and it starts to come down a bit, I can just pull on it. When you have just a wire going through a tree, you really don't need much else in terms of, you don't have to tie it off or do anything. It's easy enough to do it as is. So there we go. And I'll set this up right here, I think. I want it, as the sun sets, I don't want it to be in the way here. And I'll start to pull some of the things out of my bag and get it set up. And I know Hazel will want to move a little closer to me. Here we go. Move you over here, girl. There we go. Yeah, got Hazel a little closer by now. She'll be happy. She's not exactly a winter dog, but up here in the mountains, she has to be kind of ready for whatever kind of weather we have. So, okay, let's see if I can get this to work. So in my bag, I've got my Elecraft KX1, which is actually a little Pelican case. I bought it this way. I've made a blog post about this. So I've got everything in here I need, except for, I'm not going to, actually this time I'm not going to use this, the attachable paddles. I like those, but it's cold and my hands are going to get cold, I know, when I'm sitting here operating. So I'd rather use my C.W. Morse pocket paddles. They just have more play in them and like that. Got a power cord because I will hook this up to my 3.5 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. And then I've got this banana plug. Well, it's got a red and a black banana plug sort of adapter on it. These are binding posts that go to a BNC connector, and you can put this on the side. And the red one will be for the radiator, the black one will be for the counterpoise. We'll see how this works. Again, this KX1, I've never used it with a speaker, and I will be using it with a speaker today. I borrowed one, a little amplified speaker from my daughter's bedroom. It's battery powered, it has no volume control, but this does have a volume control, and I'm hoping it has enough audio so that you can hear the CW. Otherwise, normally I operate these with earphones. So let's see, let's get this stuff set up and ready. Brought my clipboard, you gotta have one of those. And I also brought along a Christmas gift, my Ride-In Rain tablet, because I wasn't sure if it was gonna snow a lot more on top of me or not. So I'd rather have something that's semi-waterproof when I start to log, and that's what I will log on. I've already put my, kind of preloaded this with my park numbers and everything like that on there. So we've got that going. I'll get the speaker out. I've got a water bottle in here. I don't need that right now. And I think that's it for right now, other than my paddles I've got in here. Put those here. And we'll cross our fingers and actually hope all this works. So let's see. Okay, so I've still got my lines on here. And I'll pull the counterpoise off and attach it to the banana plug. I'll pull this out now and actually use this. So I'll just take the conductor. You can make this fancier. In fact, I would if it were a permanent antenna I'm going to use, but basically just, sorry, my hands are cold, so this is a little harder to do. I'm sure my Canadian friends are laughing at me right now. They don't consider this cold. There we go. Okay, so that one's in there nice and solid now. We do the same thing with the radiator. Now I'll do a final adjustment of the radiator. Basically, it's just going straight up like a vertical into the tree. Now what you can do, and what I've done in the past with my KX1, is actually build I solder this to some banana jacks so that I can just plug it into the end of this thing, and that works pretty well. So here we go. I'm doing this without glasses on. You can't see, she's off camera, but Hazel's definitely not amused by this. Okay, got that done. And now I'll take my counterpoise and run it back out again. Flat on the ground. I'll bring my line over here. And then let's see if we can set up the rest of this stuff. Now, what I do when I'm in the field like this, I'm not actually operating this like a laptop portable activation. So what I tend to do is just set everything up on my backpack and use my backpack as kind of like a table here in the field. And let's see if I can get your video here going. So I just set everything up here on my backpack, and that's what I'll do right now. I'll zip this stuff up. I kind of turn this into a table. This backpack, by the way, is a Redox Sea-Ruck. I love Redox, one of my favorite backpack companies in the world. They make all their gear in Montana, and it's bulletproof and guaranteed for life. I could drop this off of a cliff. As long as I can retrieve it, they'll replace it or fix it. They're amazing. Okay, let's see here. Now I need to actually adjust this and see how I can operate, and you will be able to see everything. To give me a second here to make some adjustments. Okay, let's get the radio, the speaker, the battery. Let's try to get everything out here. Okay, so this speaker has, I'll turn the power switch on. I'll set it up here. Let's grab the KX1. Yep. Hazel watches me the whole time. During the summer, she's kind of my bear protection. She'll at least bark if a bear's coming by. Now this, actually I wrote about this before, but basically when I bought this KX1 used a few months ago, it came like this. The guy who had it before me actually put in little QRP calling frequencies and little Morse code chart and a quick operator's guide for the KX1. It's really nice, actually. Now, let's see, I'm going to move this camera and hopefully you'll be able to get a better view of all this. Again, my apologies, I'm not a pro YouTuber, but at the same time, my videos don't have ads. So that's one good thing, right? Okay, let's see here. Get this thing set down. It's tough out here in the woods. I have no, you know, surface to really put this on, so the tripod has to work. Now I'm going to power the KX1 with my lithium iron phosphate battery. It has some AA's in it right now. If I turn this on, you'll see that it'll turn on. But those batteries will not last long in this. In fact, it's saying low battery on here now. You really have to have these advanced lithium cells in the radio. Let's see here. See if I can get all this to work. Okay. I hope this will be loud enough. We'll find out. Okay, let's get the antenna plugged in. Yeah. See how quickly that worked when I got the antenna plugged in? Let's see, let's move the band to... I have no clue if this will tune up. And I have not tried this before, so we're going to see. Not tuning up very well in 40 meters. I probably should have made the radiator a little longer. Let me try to pull it a little bit, see if that makes a difference. It probably will not. I could go a little bit straighter up. This whole thing wants to slump down because of the way I've got all this stuff weighted on the front. Let's try it one more time. Nah, it's not going to do it. The power setting would be a little higher. See, it's just not getting a good match. Now, one trick with the KX1 does not have the same internal antenna tuner that the KX2 does. And I actually brought my KX2 along today, so probably what I'll do when I want to go to 40 meters, if I need to, then I'll pull out the KX2 and use it for 40 meters, because I bet you that its ATU will make it work. It won't be efficient, but it'll make it work. I think I should have had this probably 28 to 28 and a half feet long, maybe even 32 feet long for the radiator, but let's see. Let's try to see if I can make this work on. Okay, 1-to-1. I got a really good match on. Boy, it's noisy. Okay. Let's see here. I hope you can see everything okay. It's hard for me to even look on there to see what's going on. Okay, now let me grab my clipboard, put on my glasses. And we'll see what we can do here. You may not be able to hear my sending very well because the side tone control on this is not something, I don't think I can change that in the menu setting, but it is what it is. I'll pull out my logging notebook here, and hopefully my hands will continue to function. It's actually, it's not super cold. It's just down here when it's breezy like it is, you feel it. Okay, let's see what time it is. 16:05 local, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. Let me change this to 21 so I'll know then what the time is. Narrow the filter down a little bit. I'll start calling CQ. Now, actually, if I can remember how to do this, no. Let's see. Does it play? I can't remember now. This is one of the issues with, no. Yay, I remembered. So there's a memory keyer. Even if this is a tiny radio, it has a memory keyer in it. I'll have to do that again. Whoops. Press this. And to get my hands warmed up, I'll actually use my key as well. I love this though. This is like, to me, is just so simple. I could have made this a much more simple setup. But I absolutely love just going out in the woods like this and just playing radio. Hopefully, if the reverse beacon network's working soon, I should hear someone reply back. That'd be awfully nice. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move Hazel a little closer to me because I can tell she's chilly, so. Okay, we'll do that one more time. By the way, I should have sent QRL and checked to make sure the frequency was clear, but I was on here long enough I could kind of tell that no one was here. And I've got it wider than 500 hertz right now for the filter. Battery. Oh, I didn't plug the battery in. There we go. So that was operating off of the just internal rechargeable AA batteries I have, which are just by in-loop AA batteries, which just are not enough. They don't have enough voltage to really power this for long periods of time. So now I think I'm actually getting a full 3 watts out. I think I got that right. Now, one thing, if I had headphones on, I could probably hear some of these other stations a little easier. I don't actually know how well this is working in terms of amplifying this, but it sounds okay. I thought I heard somebody else come in there. By the way, I hope I got his call right. I got distracted by somebody hiking in behind me here while he was talking. Or sending to me. So I hope I got that right. I'll have to look up. I'll look up after I get back and just double confirm. I usually check people's call signs over. And I've got it here on video so I can go back and check it, which is one of the great things about doing videos while I'm at it. I think it... Okay. Getting some snow flurries again here. Sorry, I can't talk much when I'm doing CW. If you've watched my other videos, you know that. The KX1, I absolutely love this radio because, for one thing, if I was wearing my gloves, which I brought along with me, I hope I didn't lose. I'll tell you what, the wind. Ooh, that is so weak. Oh. Okay. Let me see. I'm getting this wrong. Okay, I got him. Oh, N. This is really difficult to hear. He's tuning up, I can hear. The band is just not that great for our path here. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, I'll move on. Maybe he'll come back a little stronger next time. Check the time here real quick. I'm missing things right now. You can't tell off camera, but the wind is howling through this valley right now, and the temperature, I bet you, has dropped 5 or 6 degrees here just as I'm sitting here. My hands are really feeling it right now. So let's see how many we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The KX1 has a little variable filter that you can just tune right here. You can make it wide or narrow it. It's not a wonderful filter, but it's great for a field radio. You know what? I'm going to move up. Maybe we'll try one more call here. I've got to work my other 3 and probably head out because Hazel, the non-winter dog, is looking a little chilly right now and a little angry at me, maybe. It's a good thing she's off camera. I appreciate you guys hanging around with me while I do this stuff. I find it really fun, and I love being outside. I love radio, so this is just one of my favorite things to do. Let's move up to the 20-meter band. What do you say? Okay, let's try to see if I can tune this up. Yep, 1.4, that's good. Let me try it one more time, see if it does any better. 1.3. It's awfully quiet. We'll see how this works. So this was 30 meters, and I'll mark it up here that I had it on 30 meters here. Now I'm gonna mark it that I'm on 20 meters. See, it's a good idea I've got right in rain because I'm already getting snowflakes on here, and they're gonna, well, there's probably no chance of them melting unless they touch my hands. Not that my hands are actually warm. Again, I didn't do another best practice. I'm so bad when I've got a camera going and I'm in a hurry, but I should have sent QRL. But again, I didn't hear anybody as I was tuning up, but that's a bad practice. Don't do what I just did. I really, I should have sent QRL, which is asking if anyone's on frequency, before I even started tuning up, to be honest. It's time to pull out the gloves. I just don't know if I can write with gloves on. Sorry, Hazel, I wish you had a jacket. I don't think I can send with the gloves on. These gloves are not the right kind for doing that with. I've got some lighter weight gloves that would work better. I'll just have to deal with it. I'll stick my hand in my pocket in between. And I should tell you that this is actually down in kind of a deep, not a gorge, but a valley. And, you know, I'm still able to get a signal out. People often think that you need to be up on the top of a mountain or a ridgeline or something in order to do HF. But HF really doesn't matter as much. Yes, it'll have some effect on your signal, but not as drastic as it would be if it were VHF or UHF or something more line of sight. I'll be honest, 20 meters is not always the band that treats me well. But I only need 3 more contacts. So this is a twofer site, which means that when I submit my logs, I'll actually submit these twice. There'll be 2 separate logs. And those 2 logs will have the exact same contacts. Sometimes you have to submit them with the times 2 minutes off in order to get it to accept it. But basically it's 2 simultaneous activations when you do a twofer. And I gotta say that hunters really like getting those twofers. I don't know that anyone that's working with me today even realizes that this is a twofer though. "20 meters this time of day is not brilliant, but I can't do 40 meters with this antenna. Or I should say with this radio. I may try to pull out my KX2 and see if I can maybe get a couple more in. The maximum output probably of the KX1 right now is about 3 watts or something. You can see here on the RF they show 3 watts, and that's about what it's probably putting out. I've actually, so I haven't owned this from day one. This is maybe my 3rd activation with this radio. And I don't know how it's all set up inside. You can fiddle with the power and get a little more power output, but I usually don't like pushing those finals too hard. We may move back down to 30 meters again. This may be a total 30 meter deal today. Yeah. I know I can't do 80 meters, but let's just see. I know it won't tune that. Yeah, power output 1. So I got 5 to 1 on that. That's just not. Getting a little noise or overloading from something. I'm not sure what. Let's just see here. Some noise coming off of something, I'm not sure what here, but try one more time, just for old time's sake. The antenna wire moved around a little bit, maybe it had some effect, and it did not. Okay, let's go back up to 30 meters. And okay, let's see how close they are to me. What I've done is I've widened the filter a little bit so I can hear if anyone's neighboring nearby. That's what I should have done the first time with Syn QRL. Now it's tune. I don't hear anybody there, and I don't think there's anybody there. So I actually get 4 watts out right now. Ooh, R2.2. Let's try that again. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Don't want to do... Nope, I don't want to do that either. Ah, 2.2. That's because my antenna wire, oh, I see why. It has fallen to the ground when that big gust of wind came through, and this is the reason why I keep my antenna line here close by me, is I can just yank this thing back up. That's exactly what happened. Here we go. This ought to hold. Now I can actually do something to kind of better anchor this, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. See if we do better now. Yeah, 1.7's a little better. Let me try one more time. Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to do. So I'll change this back to 30 meters. Actually, what I normally do is put 20 meters, then I put 30 meters on here again. So I can tell later on when I go back in that I switched to 20, that didn't work, and I moved back down to 30 meters. So this radio, by the way, the KX1, it's no longer produced by Elecraft. Comes in the form of a kit, and you build this. I think it's a through-hole kit. And it's configured as 2 bands when you buy it, but you can buy sort of an option to have 3 bands or an option to have 4 bands. This has 4 bands. So this does 80, 40, 80, 40, 30, and 20. And when you have that 4-band version, you actually get extra receive range, which I like. And that means that you can listen to shortwave radio broadcasts. It's in single sideband. When you go off of the ham bands, you actually can do single sideband listening. Well, I think you can do it within the ham bands as well, but you can force it to listen to it single sideband, widen the filter, and it actually works pretty well. You can certainly 0 beat something and listen to it. I may have just heard somebody. Maybe not. I'll go back to repeat. I'll stick my other glove here. We only need 3 more, right? Just 3 more. If I don't get anyone in about 5 minutes, then I'll pull out the KX2 and go to 40 meters. I'm pretty sure I'll hit 3 very quickly. 40 meters this time of day will be a good band. If I can make a tune up to 40 meters, but I bet I can. won't complain about the cold though, because actually cold doesn't bother me too badly normally, except for my hands when I'm trying to operate. It makes them look like I'm 150 years old, but that's the only thing that bothers me at all with it. But I've got Canadian friends and Alaskan friends that go out and do radio when it's just way colder. I may be pulling out the KX2 here in a second. The KX1 ATU is just a more simple ATU. Oh, I think I may have heard a blip there, so I'll... Okay, I'm not hearing anything, so we are going to move to 40 meters. That requires me to change out my radio. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to drop everything as I try this, I'm sure. Let's see here. So what I'll do is pull this off. Set that there. Put this guy up. This out. You know what I'll do to make this a little easier? Stick this in my pack here, move this off, grab the KX2, it's inside. And the KX2 will be ready to go pretty much. It has a speaker in it. Of course, I don't really have to worry as much about using the external speaker, though it may sound better. Let's see. I'm just going to lay this flat this time, I think. There we go. Let's see if you can see all of that. You know what? Maybe I will plug this in. I wonder if this will be loud. Not really. I'll just leave it like it is. And we'll go for this again, okay? See how this works. Everybody cross your fingers. Let's hope that it'll tune up on 40 meters for one thing. That would be nice. Okay, let's see. I hear nobody there right now, so... Oh, I forgot to change this. And change the power from 0 up to 10 watts. And we'll give this a go. Actually, I'll probably see if... There we go. Now let's see if... You can tell there's a really bad match there. Come on, do it. No, no, come on. This is one of those situations where the radiator is just not long enough and it's just not going to do it regardless. Nope, 7.7 to 1, that's not good. If I could get it down to even a 2 point something, I'd be fine, but... Okay, well let's move back up to 30. I've got a little more power with this one. Okay. You know what? I need to plug in the power. You know what? I'm hearing somebody behind you. Nope, not wanting to spot. Let's move this back up to 10 watts. Now that I've got a battery hooked up to it. Actually, it'll do 12 watts on 30. And let's try this again. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. This is going to make a long video, isn't it? Yep. Oh, the wind's hit me again. Time to put on the gloves. I bet you since I've sat here, the temperature's gone down 10 more degrees Fahrenheit. For one thing, the sun's starting to go down, but no, there's somebody there. This is one of the problems with some of the higher bands is fading goes so slowly that it'll fade out and fade back in and someone's there on the frequency that couldn't hear you and you couldn't hear them. Let's move up. That speed's a little fast for me. Yeah, it's at 20. Again, all we need is 3. so hopefully someone will come out and get me. The thing is, you will never have, or rarely will you have a Parks on the Air hunter come out and try to grab you twice, because it only counts once per band per mode. So if someone contacts me on 30 meters CW, then if they contact me again, it really doesn't count for anything extra. Now, if I move to 20 meters and they work me, then that counts as a separate contact. If I change to single sideband on 20 meters, that'll count as another contact. And if I do FT8, it'll count as another contact. So, but then you won't have the same people come back to you, same park, same band, same everything. If it's the same mode, same band. I think I'm going to make my radiator 32 feet next time. This is far enough off, I'm pretty sure I need to have it much longer. This is what parts on the air activations are like sometimes, and soda activations are like this. You know, bands aren't wonderful. You don't have just tons of people coming in at once. I had a rush of people here earlier, but since I've worked this band already, you know, there are a lot of people that are skipping over me now. Thought I heard somebody in there. Let me try 20 meters again. No. Just need 2 more. Now, one thing you'll hear sometimes in CW is you'll hear me say CQ POTA DE K4SWL. That's what I'm sending, and DE just means from. It comes from French, and you don't always have to have that. In fact, when you call CQ, a lot of people just say CQ POTA K4SWL or whatever your call sign is, and that's exactly, you know, how I usually do it. But for some reason, I recorded it with a DE in it, and that's fine. My natural tendency is to send DE. I probably will end up turning off the video here pretty soon because the battery's running low on my phone. But I only have 2 more to work. I know I can do it. It just takes a little patience and persistence. You just heard somebody there. Oh, someone's tuning up. I hear the wind getting ready to howl through this valley again. It almost sounds like thunder when it gets ready to come through. Well, I'm having a hard time with that one. Ah, I got him. WK1V. One of the things about the KX2 is you can overdrive the speaker a little bit, and I keep it turned up way high for the videos. New Hampshire. Try to turn my page and get my last contact. I'm making copy problems here with my cold fingers. Come on, I just need one more. Oh, okay, that's a little bit better match. I may move up now to the 20-meter band. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the camera now because the battery is running low quickly, and I'm sure it's because it's just so cold out here too that it's hitting the battery kind of hard. I'll say 7.3s for now. I'm confident I'll get my extra contact here and I'll report it on qrpeer.com. But thanks for joining me today, and I'm sorry this has kind of been a slow one, but it's been awfully fun. I mean, it's Hazel's not too happy. She's all curled up over there. I should have brought my blanket out for her, but actually she's a pretty hardy dog. She sleeps out in the snow and at our house all the time. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and if you don't mind, if you like the videos, hit subscribe, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber here. It'll give me an idea how many people are watching. And thanks always for your comments, and get out there and enjoy radio in the field. That's what it's all about. Radios like to be in the field just like antennas do. 7.3s, and I'll talk to you later.